Oh, we're ready? You're going?
Yeah.
Well, you're still messing with it, so.
No, you're good.
Okay. Very excited because today I'm gonna do double baked potatoes. And this is my version of it. I love these, my kids love them. Always a good thing when everyone in the house likes, something you're preparing. So the first thing you're gonna have to do is, the recipe calls for 6 large russet potatoes. I did 8 because I just like to have more, and also you won't be able to fill all of them with what you scoop out of the potatoes. So I like to have a little extra, but then I also, me personally, when you kind of put these in the oven, I put the leftover, the ones that are not filled, you'll see what I'm talking about, but I put them in the oven, and I like those too, just this potato skin. So all you're gonna do is slice them in half. And these I did ahead of time. You over an hour they take at 350. Because it was 8, these took like an hour and a half so the fork would kind of go in, and they would, fork tender. So you're gonna have to use your judgment. Probably with 6 it would have been less, but did 8. So you're gonna slice them in half like so, and then over the bowl you're just gonna kind of scoop out the filling. And then once you get like a little of it out, you can kind of scrape the sides a little bit. You don't want to take out too much because then they fall apart. So there you go. Kind of like that. I'll just put that on the plate, on the sheet pan. This takes a little time. You do have to plan ahead, but I did these potatoes earlier. I baked them and let them cool off for a while. So you can do that. You can just bake them ahead of time and then do this step right before you're gonna put them back in the oven for dinner. So I scooped out all the filling from the potatoes. It's in the bowl. And I have 1 stick of butter. Now you could use, some kind of low-fat margarine, smart butter, whatever there is. But when it's for the whole family, I go straight whole fat butter. And I don't do these often. This is like, not special occasions, but it's like probably once every 2 or 3 months. So all the potatoes here, I'm gonna add a stick of butter. Like that, and it calls for 1/2 cup of cheese, but because I used 8 potatoes, I'm gonna have to add a little more. And I kind of don't measure some of these things because I just kind of, when cooking a lot of times is off a feel, and I made this recipe up myself, so it's all written down for you guys, but I kind of wing it most of the time when it comes to stuff like this. So the recipe calls for 1/2 cup of cheese in 1.5 cups. So half of that should go in the potatoes, and then you're gonna sprinkle some on the top of these before you put it in the oven also. So put half of this in there. Good enough. 3/4 cup. Listen, if you're barking at something, it's okay, but you're just sitting there barking at the air.
Not even willing to move on this thing.
She hears this one and she barks. It's nothing. It's because of donut. Okay, so I got my milk. Recipe calls for buttermilk is what I normally like to use. I don't have any today, so I'm using whole milk, but then I have a little trick. I'm gonna add some sour cream because that'll give it the same kind of tang as buttermilk. So I'm gonna add this, not all of it, because I actually have a cup here because I did more potatoes. Salt and pepper. And then I put 4 tablespoons of sour cream, is probably about right. I'm not really sure. I'm just gonna, whatever. It's gonna be good no matter what. Trust me. So then you're just gonna mash this up, get it all incorporated. Does not have to be smooth or perfect or anything like that. You just want it all incorporated. And I can already tell this is gonna be fantastic. This is my favorite potato masher because you can also stir. I used to have a different one where you held it like this and it was hard to kind of stir stuff around. So, you know, I've accumulated the things that I like, the tools that I like to use in the kitchen. And I am gonna taste this because I want to make sure it's exactly where I want it to be before I fill the potato skins. Doesn't need anything. I mean, I get the tang from the sour cream, the sharpness of the cheddar, salt and pepper, creaminess of the milk. It's ready to go, definitely. Oh, this is exciting. Come on, double baked potatoes. They're awesome. Do it! The last thing is just to fill them, then sprinkle some cheese on top and get them in the oven. I have the oven 350, 375. I usually have mine at like 375. I think I've explained this before, but my oven's a little weaker, on the weaker side. So I always take that into consideration. So none of this has to be perfect. Just fill them so they're kind of like a small little hill on there. Oh yeah. This is one of them things when you take the first bite, you want to do a dance. Because for me, you know, I try to keep it healthy most of the time. But, you know, I would say these are not so healthy. Not terrible. I mean, it's not like eating some French fries from a fast food chain that shall not be named. I don't eat any fast food. That's for you people. Right, Chance?
Yes.
Chance, when we go to LA, what's the first thing you want to do?
Get in and out.
Get In-N-Out Burger. And I have to admit, In-N-Out Burger, the last beef I ever ate was In-N-Out Burger at Donnie Wahlberg's wedding reception from his first marriage. To his lovely first wife, Kim, she's awesome. So is Jenny. Jenny's awesome. But at their wedding, they had a beautiful reception, but outside was the In-N-Out Burger truck. It was awesome. We just walked outside, I had a burger, and that was it. I called it quits to the cow. After that, no more cow. And I've said it before, but it's just a personal choice. And it's just, that's my lifestyle. So my kids all eat pork and beef. They all love bacon. Yes. I mean, everybody loves bacon. Yeah, I just don't eat it, so. I'm not trying to beef shame or pork shame anyone, because that's a thing, right? You can't. I'm not trying to do that because my kids all eat it, and I'm completely all good with it. It's just not for me. So this is great. These are gonna be amazing. I mean, honestly, this is one of my favorite things that I make. They always come out good. They're always delicious. And if you notice, those last two right there, they're not gonna have any filling in them because I do that on purpose because I love the skin. So I'll put a little olive oil on them and then add some cheese. I will eat one of the regular ones, trust me. But those, especially like on a Sunday watching football, ooh, little sour cream, amazing. So anyway, I'm gonna Little olive oil to those last two special ones. Oh yeah, this is special babies. Once again, the squeeze bottle, because then you're not putting too much. Love this thing. I have extra ones in case this gets a little worn out. I got extra ones. They're cheap. Awesome. So we're gonna hook up my two special ones over here, and then just sprinkle a little bit, and you get a, you know, little, some of it you're gonna have to push down a little bit so it sticks. Sharp cheddar cheese on the top. Come on. You're not excited? I'm excited. This is amazing. I mean, the one thing too, growing up, is we had potatoes in my house, but it wasn't done like this. You know, this is stuff I learned on my own. You know, mashed potatoes or like boiled potatoes is kind of it. I'm finishing up with this sharp cheddar cheese. There's only a little bit left in the bag, so let's give all of these a lot of love. Maybe when these come out the oven, you're gonna be excited. I'm excited just at the thought of the double baked potatoes. I mean, this is like artwork. I'm being serious.
I know you are.
I'm dead serious. There's certain things that I make and I'm like, artwork. I mean, it doesn't look like art or anything. I'm not fancy, but to me, this is just great comfort food, you know, in the Wood house. So they're going in the oven about between 20 and 30 minutes. You can just kind of check on them in about 20 minutes. And when the cheese is melted and they're looking nice and crispy, they're done.
I've never seen someone so excited about potatoes.
I'm being serious.
I know you are. That's the best part.
Those two special ones, woo! I don't know why, and it's not like they're French fries or anything, you know what I mean? Like, but to me, that's kind of the equivalent. Okay, the double baked potatoes are done. Gotta take them out the oven. Excited. Yeah. Look at that. Amazing. They're gonna be so good. Fantastic.